The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
Good morning to you. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial. It is a Wednesday morning, the 26th day of June. Butch Hubbard here with you along with Bob Morgan. Appreciate you tuning here to the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply in downtown Jesup. Also in downtown Jesup, the Women's Health Center on Cherry Broad, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Getting ready to go out there and broadcast some girls softball action at Bill Morris today, right?
Keep everybody up to date on all the other teams as well. So, like I said, 8 teams at action all playing today.
So when you listen to the broadcast here on 105.5 FM or around the world on our website at bigdogcountry.com. And better yet, if you can, get out there and watch the U17 under girls play at Bill Morris Park beginning at 11:30 this morning. And but if you can't make it, right here on 105.5 FM and around the world on our website at bigdogcountry.com. And as Bob mentioned, he'll keep you updated on all the other recreation teams playing throughout the state. That we have, what are there, 7 other teams, 8 other teams?
There's 7. There's 8 total with 7 other teams.
7 other teams playing. Yeah. Okay. All right, Bob, we got guests in here this morning.
Then we got 2 football coaches in, Tommy Adams and Mike Ward, and they're going to have a big one-day strength and speed camp. They're in here last week to promote it. Sign-up's going well, Coach?
Yeah, they have. We've had a few already pre-registered, but just kind of reiterate what this is. We're titling it Southeast Georgia Strength and Speed Camp, and this is for every kid. I mean, it can be cheerleader. I talked to a golfer last week. I mean, it'll benefit golf, baseball. You know, we have football camps, baseball camps, basketball camps, but this camp is for every, not only athlete, but every child. I mean, you're going to learn agility, balance, strength, explosion, flexibility. We're going to send you home with a great nutrition plan. I mean, this camp is going to be a state-of-the-art camp. We've researched it. It's going to be a great camp, benefit every child.
And Coach Adams, it takes place at the high school gym. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Pre-registration, obviously, you can, sign up through Miss Holly Lane. You can contact her at her office at 912-427-9004, or you can register the morning of it starts at 7 a.m. And kids will just be dropped off right outside the bus loop at the back of the weight room. And we will go in, register, and then we'll meet right there, kind of explain, how we're going to run everything throughout the entire day, and process will get started very quickly.
Is there an age group? Because I saw the flyer said for ages 10 to 13. Is that what
Yes, sir. It is for ages 10 to 13. The goal here is to try to get that, kind of middle-aged youth group that is in middle school or just going into middle school so that they can start preparing for JV and varsity programs.
This is something y'all want to start an annual event, is that correct?
Yes. We'd like to do it every year, but, it says 10 to 13, but if you have a mature 9-year-old or there's a 14 or 15-year-old that shows interest, we'll take them.
Okay, so again, that's this Friday at the high school gymnasium. So again, the cost is $40 if you register before Friday, $50 if you register the day of the event. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So
Also,
who
too,
they make the check out to? If they write a check, who they make the check out to?
make the checks out to Wayne County Touchdown Club.
And there's forums on Holly Lane's Facebook. I put on my Facebook, Michael Ward. We have forums in the.
I think Miss Holly also put it on the Touchdown Club Facebook page as well.
Yep.
So you can just go on, print off a form, and fill it out, and then you can either send your payment to Miss Holly. You can take it to her office, or you can just call and kind of pre-register and send payment in Friday morning.
This all begins Friday, 8 to 12 at the high school gymnasium. So what all will the kids go through? I mean, what all kinds of drills do you have planned, Coach?
The first half will be the speed and agility portion. We'll start off with kind of a dynamic warm-up, just kind of introducing them to the natural, lower and upper body movements to get them warmed up, get the blood flowing a little bit. And then after that, we'll go into the actual technique and form running of sprinting and those things, something that Coach Ward obviously specializes in with his history and his knowledge. That'll be the first half, and then the second half will take place inside the weight room. We'll go through an entire full body explosion and strength workout that we will actually have written out and printed out for each camper that they can take home with them with that nutrition supplement packet as well. So that second half will take place inside the weight room. We'll go over basic explosive lifts, bench, squat, clean, overhead squats, lunges, those sorts of things that they can start doing on their own at a young age to kind of start developing their skill.
Okay, well, I saw both you guys out Saturday at the T.Y. McGill camp. So did y'all recruit a bunch of kids for your camp?
Oh, yeah. We're getting the word out there.
Definitely got the word out. Coach Cribb announced it at the beginning, and then Coach Ward brought probably, I don't know, 60 or 70 registration forms and put up on the table. So I had a couple parents come up and ask me at some point during the camp. So it seemed like the interest was there. So hopefully this thing goes well so we can make it an annual event. I really do believe that if we can get these techniques and skills developed at a young age, then it's going to help tremendously with that kid specifically, but also going to help with our overall athletic program.
Okay, well, sounds good. Again, it's this Friday, 8 to 12. They're going to get a T-shirt as well, or how does that work?
Yes, sir. T-shirts, Scott Hull, Fatback Tees are going to print off T-shirts for us, so they will get a T-shirt. But the only way to get your actual specific size of T-shirt that you obviously put down whenever you pre-register is to be registered today by 11 o'clock so that I can get these sizes to Scott at lunchtime today. Obviously, he's going to need a day or so to get these things printed up. If you don't pre-register today by 11 o'clock and we don't have those sizes, then you'll have to get, I don't want to say what's left, but it'll be first come, first serve at that point for pre-registration on Friday morning.
Good. Anything else y'all need to talk about? Y'all want to talk about football, or what do you?
I'd love to talk about football. One more thing about this camp. I have a girl that I coach, Olivia Brown. She just signed scholarship at Kennesaw State to run track, won the state championship, 6A in the hurdles. She's going to be here too. So we got Coach Adams, me, and Olivia Brown, who is a great athlete, great individual. She's going to run track in college, and she's going to be helping us with this event too. A lot of knowledge there.
Sounds good. And the football team has a 7-on-7 a day.
That's right.
Who's
Going against
coming in? Bluffton, South Carolina.
Yep.
Won the last one in Poulter, so.
That's right.
So how's things going?
Bluffton comes in today. We'll have a 7-on-7. Our JVs and varsities will both be competing. 7-on-7 for the quote-unquote skill guys, smaller skill guys.
Skill.
And then big skill, OL, DL, will have lineman challenges. And that'll be split up into JV and varsity as well.
Good. Sounds
just
good.
Kind of a way to us to create a little bit of competition here in this last week before we go on break next week for the week of the 4th.
Somebody just texted in. They just tuned in. How to register for the camp?
You can pre-register by going on to either Coach Ward's or Miss Holly Lane or the Touchdown Club Facebook page, and you can print the registration sheet off. And then you can call Miss Holly Lane at 912-427-9004 to pre-register.
Okay. I hope they heard that.
Sounds good. I know y'all said y'all had to get back, so we appreciate y'all coming in early and
Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
okey-doke.
Go Jackets.
Look forward to the camp.
WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. More of the world-famous Butch and Bob Show in a moment.
The City of Scriven wants to invite everyone to this year's Independence Day celebration set for Friday and Saturday, June 28th and 29th in downtown Scriven, Georgia. On Friday, the events begin at 6 p.m. with a gospel sing with Heartfelt Quartet. Then on Saturday, full day of fun and celebration beginning at 11 a.m. with the Classic Cruisers Car Show, Gina's Gems, Quirky Sex Karate, and the highlight that evening, the Second Chance Band performing at 7 p.m. Come celebrate Independence Day weekend in the City of Scriven. Once again, for the best fireworks show around. That's Friday and Saturday, June 28th and 29th in downtown Scriven, Georgia. God bless the USA.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Taking a look at your weather forecast here. We're going to have very hot day today. High today is going to be right around 96. Heat index value of 100 with a high today of 96 degrees. The Autumn Harbor Double is at 8.5 feet and falling. Another scorcher out there. So, Bob, try to get some shade and take plenty of water and sports drinks with you.
Yep, that's the plan. So,
sunscreen, wear your cap. Don't want a burnt face there. So Bob's going to go into head into Bill Morris Park today, and starting around 11:20 this morning with the pregame show and first pitch at 11:30, the 17 under girls playing and state playoff action right here at Bill Morris Park on Sunset Boulevard. And then also he'll keep you updated on the other scores from around the state as we have seven other recreation teams playing in state playoff action. And Bob gave you an update on those scores and what they'll be doing today a little bit earlier on our sportscast. If you want to follow back up on that, Bob, that would be a good thing.
Well, 5 of the 7 are in the winners bracket. So, again, only 2 lost yesterday. The midget boys team lost and the 14 under girls team lost. Again, got teams all across the state taking plays. And we've got the 17 under girls here at home taking on Jeff Davis today at 11:30. The other game in the winners bracket is Liberty County takes on Berrien at 10. Those 2 winners play at 2:30, so hope to be at the winners bracket game at 2:30. If they lose, they turn around and play at 12:30. So that's the bracket there. Other action, again, 8 under girls team there in Savannah. They're taking on, they lost yesterday to Lions 10-7, so they're in the loser bracket day 1. They play again today against Effingham at 11:30. Again, the 8 under girls in Savannah, only 8 under team involved. The 8 under boys team didn't win district. Wayne County's 10 under girls and boys both in state playoff action. Those tournaments taking place down in Effingham County. 10 under girls, again, they just rolled over Emmanuel 15-3. They play today at 9:30 against Somerville. And the 10 and under boys team, also a winner yesterday in Effingham. They win over Whitfield, and they take on the winner of the South Bryan Moultrie game today at 1:45. 12 under girls are in Tift County. They beat Bainbridge 20-17. They play this morning 11:30 against the winner of Swainsboro, Emmanuel County. 12 and under midget boys lost to Twin City 4-2. They're in Augusta. They play this morning at 10 against South Bryan. 14 under girls and boys both in Augusta. And again, the boys team won 5-2 over the Lions. The girls lost to Vidalia 19-1. So again, those are the updates on all the all-star teams in action yesterday. We'll have all the reports again during the broadcast of the games today from Bill Morris Park as Lamar Speck has his staff all across the state in those locations, and we'll get scores and updates and keep everybody up to date. So if they win today, they should be playing for championships either Thursday or Friday. Most of the championships are set for Thursday. So everything will be wrapped up by Thursday. So
by Thursday. Okay.
So exciting times.
Yep, a lot of recreation teams out there in the state playoff actions, and we'll keep you updated on that right here on 105.5 FM. And then I believe from what Speck said, the Piranhas will be in action along with a couple other sports, right? After the baseball gets through, baseball and softball.
The Piranhas district meet is July 1st.
Okay. So next week.
And we had a tennis champion. I had it written down, but
You
left
misplaced
it. Yeah, so, but Smiley sent me that yesterday. Just the golf and tennis recreation continues. We had a tennis 12 and under win a championship. We'll have that tomorrow on Local Sports.
Okay.
Misplaced it.
Lots going
Can't
on.
remember the kid's name.
I know. Lots going on in the Wayne County Recreation Department. You'll find it somewhere, Bob.
I get it. I
You'll
know,
find it
I know
somewhere.
it's on my desk somewhere. Just left it.
The spot, you don't know exactly the spot.
All right. I'm just trying to keep everything straight.
All right. You're not going to wear that black shirt out there today, are you?
No.
Good.
Gotta go home.
Don't wear black out there.
Gotta go home and
Lightest
shower,
color you can put
shower
on.
and change.
Yeah. And so get on out there and watch the 17 under girls play at 11:30 this morning. Once again, if you can't make it, out at Bill Morris Park. And if you can't make it, we'll have it for you right here on 105.5 FM and around the world on our website at bigdogcountry.com. And Bob will keep you updated on the 7 other teams that are playing today in state playoff action, recreation teams from Wayne County. Well, Bob, what's going on in the courthouse with that hearing that's going on?
The hearing's over. That's
Hearing
it.
is over.
The judge makes the decision at a later date. Has to take all the videos and audios that they want to admit in court
Okay.
to his house, I guess. I don't know. He's in court today, though. The judges, they got that gang-related case today. That 17-year-old kid who should be in high school senior class, but instead has been in jail for a year and a half. So he faces a lot of serious charges today. That trial gets underway today. 17-year-old Jay Pittman. So Judge Kelly says it'll go about 2 days. I talked to the judge yesterday after the end of the 2-day hearing. He says that, he has to take everything that attorneys have to submit briefs and their written arguments, and the judge will make the final ruling. But
Is that a decision to make that'll go to trial, or what would
the
decision?
judge has to make the ruling. The immunity hearing is to have the charges thrown out.
Oh, I see. It's
The
immunity.
judge has to decide whether or not it was a self-defense, and if it was self-defense, he throws the charges out.
I see.
If not, he rules that there's enough sufficient evidence to proceed to trial.
Okay.
That's what the immunity hearing was about.
I understand. Okay.
2 full days of that.
Okay. And no timetable on that. He'll take his time and look at all the evidence. A lot of evidence there.
There's no. I asked him what his timetable was. He just looked at me.
You kidding me, Bob? Yeah.
He asked me if I was going to be in court today. I said, no, we got girls softball games. I said, we make money on girls softball. We don't make money on court cases. I said, if you let us come in there with the cameras and all that, we could sell that. We could have made a lot of money on these last 2 days. I
Yes,
promise you.
sir.
He said, I need to get
Must hear radio.
He said, I need to get my priorities right. I said, I've got them. I said, it's hard to juggle everything. I said, I'll be there this afternoon when the softball games are over.
That's right. Once the softball game's over, you'll go to the courthouse and get the latest information on this gang-related. Is it a trial?
It's a trial.
It's a trial. Okay.
So it's the last 2 days.
All right. Well, good. Good. Well, lots going on around the community. Of course, the Scriven 4th of July, or let's say Independence Day activities going on this Friday night with the gospel sing. Saturday's the big day with all kinds of stuff going on, Bob, right? On Saturday there in Scriven?
Yeah, Friday and Saturday. The mayor and the fireworks people will be in tomorrow on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. Had all the details about the big event this weekend. So that's tomorrow's Butch and Bob Show. Jason Weaver and people from Scriven who are in charge of the fireworks show will be on hand to talk about the Independence Day celebration Friday, the gospel sing Saturday, Second Chance Band, with a full day lineup activities on Saturday, including Gina's Gems at 5, Corky's Karate at 6, the Wayne County Cruisers Car Show at 10 to 3, and then the burnout competition immediately following the car show. So
Okay.
just a lot going on in Scriven this weekend. But the mayor will be here tomorrow.
Mayor Weaver.
And the people with the fireworks will be on hand. So we'll have all that information
Okay.
tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Chamber banquet tomorrow night. So,
Yeah, the legacy dinner tomorrow night. I think there's a big wing ding going on at the farmers market over the next couple of weekends with the Scriven. I mean, with not Scriven, but with the 4th of July activities going on, Independence Day stuff going on at the farmers market, and other activities in downtown Jesup. So if you're looking for something to do, you'll find it right here in Wayne County. Yes, you will.
Debbie Pye saw me at the farmers market last weekend, asked me if the people that are hosting that event got in touch with me. I haven't heard anything about what they're doing at the farmers market, so I don't know what's going on. Debbie Pye said something was going on. She asked those people got in touch with us to get on the show. I said, I haven't heard from anybody. So I don't know what's going on at the farmers market.
Things that make you go, I did forward you an email last night. It says something that is not related to the body of it, but has to do with some railroad closings here in Jesup, July 8th or something like that. You can just get all the information off that. It looks like it's a public service announcement, and then you go into it, and it's items from the DOTs talking about railroad closing in Jesup somewhere around July 8th. Bob will get those details to you as soon as he deciphers that email, because it was a little bit confusing there. And as for the other activity, I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see if we've got anything on that.
I can't remember what she said it was. She just asked me if those people got in touch with me, and I said I hadn't heard from anybody.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at it and see if they drop off anything or emailed anything to us. I don't know either. So we'll check into that on the activities going on there at the farmers market, and an event going on there coming up soon. All right. Bob, anything else on your mind this morning?
The board met an executive session. School board extended the contract to superintendent, so congrats to him. Another year extension. So
another year?
I'm sure he's happy about that. Yeah.
They do it year at a time?
It was last night. So
a year at a time.
They extended it for 1 year. So it goes from, the contract kicks in July 1st, but it goes until June 30th, 2021. So they extended his contract for 1 year yesterday after the executive session, the evaluation, which took a while. They was behind closed doors for a while. But our congrats to the superintendent.
All right, somebody's texting in some information here about that event going on at the farmers market, but I need to know when and where. It says community unity to promote family outings, 10 to 2, free food, face painting, bounce house and snow cones, lots of fun. So we need to know who's putting this on. We believe it's at the farmers market. What day? We do know the hours, 10 to 2. So somebody just this Saturday. All right. So it's a community unity promote family outings, 10 to 2 this Saturday at the Wayne County Farmers Market there. And on North 1st Street, free food, free face painting, free bounce houses, free snow cones, lots of fun. It'll be this Saturday at the farmers market from 10 to 2. Okay? And it's going to be right beside the farmers market, between the farmers market and the VFW, and that empty field out there. So it won't be actually up there where they sell the food and so forth. It'll be in that field out there between or behind the farmers market, and before you get to the VFW, that big open field out there is where it's going to be. So lots of free stuff for the kids out there. The community unity celebration going on out there at the farmers market, between the farmers market and the VFW, this Saturday from 10 to 2. I like that word free, Bob. Free food, free bounce houses, free face painting, free snow cones. I could go for the free snow cones and food, couldn't you? I could do without the face painting, but unless it was, Georgia red and black and I was going to a game, or, gold and black going to a Wayne County football or baseball game.
I'll be in Scriven Saturday, Independence Day celebration.
Yeah. So Saturday, lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. And then, of course, July 4th is not until the following Thursday. And Scriven, decided a year or two ago, decided to have their July 4th celebrations on the weekend before 4th of July, so they could have a Saturday event with all the activities going on all day long. And, of course, Second Chance Band playing, and then the fireworks around 9:15. And so they've moved it from the 4th to the Saturday before the 4th, so folks can have an entire day of having fun down there in Scriven.
They got over 40 vendors playing. So again,
40 vendors?
Walk wall, bounce houses, inflatable slides. It'll be a huge day Saturday. And looking forward to the gospel sing Friday night, this Friday, a couple of days away.
And the gospel sing Friday night in Scriven?
7 o'clock, Heartfelt Quartet. Yep.
Okay. And the other thing they were talking about in this community unity activity going on, it says lots of door prizes to be given away to promote family outings, things family can do together. Okay. Get some ideas on family outings. 10 to 2, right behind the farmers market, between that big field between farmers market and the VFW. The community unity activities going on that day. 10 to 2 Saturday. So now we know a little bit more about it. All right, been listening to Chuck Oliver lately. It's interesting, Chuck Oliver, folks. Our AM station, Wayne County's Heritage Radio station, Fox Sports Radio, 1370 AM, The Buzz, WLOP, 1370 on your AM dial. It's all sports talk all the time through Fox Sports Radio. And got Clay Travis on right now, and then Dan Patrick from 9 to noon, and then Jim Rome from noon to 3, Rich Eisen from 3 to 5, and then Chuck Oliver comes on the afternoons from 5 to 7, and he talks college football, especially Southern college football, all year long. And it's interesting, he's talking to different media people and experts, like from Georgia and from Tennessee and Auburn and LSU. Yesterday it was LSU, and a lot of it yesterday was also about the receivers. All the receivers that Georgia has this year. The only weakness him and the person he was talking to from Athens they can see is the fact that this is a new bunch of receivers coming in, so trying to get that timing down, that go-to person that Fromm can go to in tough situations will be the challenge. The talent's there, especially at quarterback, but the talent is there at receivers. Now it's getting that trust down between the quarterback and the receivers.
Yeah, losing our number one receiver didn't help though. He got kicked out of school last week. So
we lost our number one receiver?
Yeah, Mr. Holloman.
Where did he go?
He got kicked out of school.
Kicked out of school? What, not good enough grades or discipline actions?
He assaulted his girlfriend.
So they kicked him out for assaulting his girlfriend?
Yep.
Well, that must have been pretty good evidence there. It wasn't, innocent until proven guilty. It was just guilty right off.
The sad thing, it happened a year ago. I don't know why it didn't come out before now. But
it happened a year ago?
It happened a year ago, but it came out, and he's been booted off the team, Mr. Holloman. Number one receiver on the team.
So if it happened a year ago, what brought it up right now? What happened during this year?
What I keep asking. I don't have any answer to that. All I know is Kirby Smart acted quickly and swiftly and booted him off the team. He's no longer with the team.
Yeah.
Number one receiver gone.
Okay. Well, if you'd have been playing for Bobby Bowden, Bobby said, well, you have to understand, what they've gone through, and we'll take a look at it and, and try to assess the situation and get into some anger management. But, the guy's basically a good kid, and he just had, he lost his temper, and it was a domestic issue there. So we'll get him to some anger management and get some counseling. But he will be out on that field there at FSU. Do you think that would happen with Bobby?
Not this day and time.
Not in this day and time? No. Maybe years ago.
If Bobby Bowden was coaching this day and time, he'd be doing the same thing. But again, J.J. Holloman dismissed from the team. Got it right here from the Dog Nation. News was first reported by the Covington News. Coach Kirby Smart gave a statement regarding Holloman. He says Jeremiah Holloman no longer represents the University of Georgia football program. We expect every member of our team to uphold the highest standards and values of the University of Georgia and Georgia football. It's disappointing when this does not happen.
Well, Urban Meyer would have done the same thing.
According to a police report from the UJ Police Department obtained by Dog Nation, the alleged incident took place in April of 2018, but was not reported until June 2nd, 2019, leading to pending charges of aggravated assault and battery. Police report states that the victim had gotten into an argument with Holloman after the 2018 G-Day game. Victim alleges that Holloman had choked her and later punched her in the face. Victim received 6 stitches after the alleged incident at Piedmont Athens Regional Medical Center that morning. Holloman stated the injuries to the victim occurred when he has pushed her over. Holloman also denied choking the victim, according to the police report. Holloman was expected to be Georgia's top receiver this year. Last season, he caught 24 passes, 418 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bulldogs lost their top 3 receivers from last year's team. In 2019 G-Day game, Holloman caught 3 passes for 54 yards and touchdown. So again, we just lost our number one receiver.
I just wonder why it took a whole year.
Georgia signed 5-star wide receiver George Pickens, 4-star receiver Dominic Blaylock, and 4-star athlete Makia Tung. Bulldogs also brought in Lawrence Kager from Miami. So again, they've got enough receivers. So it'll be interesting to see how the receiving core, Jake Fromm, worked this fall.
Yeah.
Our number one receiver.
That's
gone.
the question: is why did it take a year? I mean, what you think it would have came out right then when she's in the hospital and the scuttlebutt was all around Athens. Why a year later?
I don't know. That's the mystery. But Kirby Smart acted quickly and swiftly.
Okay, we're talking about Bobby Bowden from years ago. Let's look at Urban Meyer's record. He would have probably done the same thing even today, wouldn't he?
I don't know what Urban Meyer would do. I just know what Kirby Smart did.
I know. Well, and you can't blame the coach for doing that. You've got to set that example, and the kids. That's one thing. When you accept a scholarship at a university for basically anything, but especially in the public eye of sports, you're set to a higher standard, and in terms of whether you can stay there or whether you can't on that team. You just can't do certain things. But you get all these guys that are arrested for this, that, and the other. It's just like Steve Spurrier said. He always liked to play Georgia the first or second week in September because he knew about 4 or 5 teams were going to be on suspension for, different violations.
It's not that difficult. Just obey the law. Okay.
Yeah, just obey the law.
Obey the law, and you're playing.
Okay.
You break the law, you're gone. So good for Kirby Smart.
Didn't we have a player last year?
The problem is he'll be playing for Auburn in the fall. That's the problem. That's a joke. It's a joke.
You bad, Bob.
Joke.
Remember, folks, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Well, Bob, we know you got to get ready to go do those games today here for the 1700 girls out there at Bill Morris Park. Have a good day. All right, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Well, we're going to give away 4 more passes to Wild Adventures Park coming up in just a few minutes here on Big Dog Country Radio. WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford and Blackshear, by the Women's Health Center on West Cherry Street, on Cherry Street at Broad Street in downtown Jesup, and by Murphy Builder Supply Northeast Broad Street.